Hi, my name is Francois Nordia and I am a super teacher. In this episode, I will be busting the top 5 myths about the teaching profession that I have encountered whilst teaching. Let's educate! Nothing bothers me more than people that look down on the teaching profession. So in this episode, I'm not going to try and belittle other professions. I just want everybody to consider teaching as one of the professions that are up there with all the others. Here are my top 5 myths about the teaching profession.
Number 5.
Number 5. Teachers have 4 holidays a year. In our country, the school year is divided into 4 terms, which means there are 4 holidays each year. But it isn't to say that if the children go on holiday, that the teachers go on holiday. Teachers are only allowed to take leave during the school holidays. So in many cases, you'd always see a teacher pack an extra suitcase of schoolwork to do whilst they are on holiday. But for those of us that don't go on leave during the holiday, we work. So what do teachers do during the holidays? Let me list a few. Marking, setting tests and assignments. Marking, doing professional developmental workshops. Have I mentioned marking? Going on school tours and marking. And did I say marking? Number 4. Number 4. Teaching is a woman's job. Now this is more true for primary schools and preschools. Unfortunately, there aren't enough males studying to become early childhood educators, and hopefully that changes soon. But in general, there are a lot more women in teaching than there are men. It is extremely important that children have examples of good female and male teachers in their lives.
Number 3.
Number 3. Those who can't do, teach. Unfortunately, there's a general perception that teachers are people who failed at doing something else and therefore they went into teaching. This couldn't be further from the truth. Who would you want to teach the next generation of children? You definitely want the people with the best skills to teach children. Unfortunately, this myth is perpetuated by those mediocre teachers, people that chose teaching for the wrong reasons. Many teachers practice their craft or skills after hours as part of a personal business, and they are extremely successful in what they do, proving that they can do, but they choose to also teach.
Number 2.
Number 2. Teachers don't make a lot of money. It is almost universally perceived that teachers do not make a lot of money. But how bad is it really? In my opinion, the entry-level salary for teachers is very competitive with other professions. Along with that, the medical aid benefits and the pension benefits, along with the housing subsidy, is actually better than what you'll find in other professions. Unfortunately, in teaching, the ceiling is quite low, meaning that the rate of growth in salary isn't as fast as you would find in other professions. Further to this, the competition in becoming HODs or principals is quite high, so that drives the salary curve to stay low. An argument can of course be made that teachers should be paid the most of all other professions, seeing that teacher plays a big part in the survival of other professions. So just before we get to the number 1 myth about the teaching profession, if you like this episode, give it a like and subscribe to this channel so that all super teachers can unite under one banner. Drum roll please. Number 1. And the number 1 myth about the teaching profession. Teaching is a half-day job. For some reason, people believe that teachers only work until the school bell rings. So that when the children go home, that means the teachers also go home. At this point, I'd like to invite those people to come work one day in our shoes and see what teaching is really like. A teacher's day typically starts quite early with either early morning meetings with other teachers or in consultation with parents just before they go to work. This is normally followed by 6 or 7 hours of back-to-back teaching and teachers only take a break during break time. But unfortunately, break time is often the only time you can get several teachers around the same table, so many meetings occur during break time. And then when the bell goes and the children go home, many teachers then spend their afternoons either coaching extramurals or giving extra or additional classes. And then after a grueling day, when the family has been fed and everybody is in bed, teachers spend that time either marking or preparing for the next day's lessons. Now, I'm not saying that other professions don't have their challenges. All that I'm advocating for is that people comprehend what teaching is about, and that the challenges that we as teachers face are up there with other professions' challenges. Despite all of these myths, super teachers wake up every day with smiles on their faces, and they go through these challenges with one goal in mind: to make a positive difference in their classrooms. My question for this week: what other myths are there about teaching? Share that with us in the comment section down below. And until next time, my name is Francois Nordia, and I am a super teacher.